Okay. As Martin says, we're rolling.
That's what he says?
Yeah, that's what he was saying in the beginning of the CSM videos.
CSM.
That your wife...
CSM.
Yeah. Because he filmed CSM videos for us.
When did Martin film CSM videos?
Oh, sorry. North American.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right.
Pretty salty. Pretty salty of you, babe. Pretty salty.
All right. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for bed. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, my God.
9 o'clock.
Oh, my God.
And we are doing CSM. We're doing a CSM recap video. Keelan wasn't able to come to CSM this year. She stayed home with Bruce. I do think Tristan was able to get some footage on his GoPro that maybe we'll be able to make something up after the fact. But I kind of made like shorts on YouTube about kind of every event. But I'm just going to do a quick little recap of how 2025 Canada's Strongest Man went. So technically I didn't qualify for Canada's Strongest Man. I didn't do Westerns this year. I was unable to do it. But, you know, I think after my performance at OSG and North Americans, JF did reach out and give me an invite to compete at Canada's Strongest Man. So when an invite comes from the big man, you never turn it down. So very, very happy to be able to compete at Canada's Strongest Man for the 4th year in a row now. And yeah, we'll kind of just dive into the events, kind of how they went. First off, I was kind of coming into CSM with a nagging knee injury that I kind of injury tweak that I picked up from North Americans on my one log. Tried to rehab it as best we could. It doesn't help that I competed at Saskatchewan Strongest Man 2 weeks after North Americans, which was the week before Canada's Strongest Man. So I wasn't the freshest coming in, but there's other guys that were beat up as well. Tristan and West both literally finished competing at the Strongest Man on Earth the week before. Other guys were competing in like Gimli. Other people were competing just throughout the summer. It's a very busy season, especially with the circuit. We compete all the time. So no one was really fresh coming into the competition. So first event started off with a max log. Started at 350 pounds. I was only able to hit 375 pounds, which was still a 3-way tie for second. Tristan got a 400-pound log, so kudos to him for winning that event. I'm happy to hit 170 kilos or 375 pounds with a bummed knee. Like if you watch the video, you can see I dipped, and when I dipped, I kind of hesitated, and then I came down, paused for a split second, then kind of pressed right off of my toes just because the knee hurt too much. So I was able to press it out, but Yannick really made me, like this elbow I can't straighten out, like that's fully locked out, and I held it there for like, it felt like forever. Got the down command, tried 400, just didn't have it in me. You know, as soon as I cleaned it, the knees were just killing me, so I called it quits there. Still picked up good points, happy with that. Next event was the frame carry. I was looking forward to this event because I've never actually used that piece of implement before. A lot of the East Coast guys have used it a lot. It's kind of a long wooden timber frame, but it is noticeably heavier on one side. And JF gave us the heads up before, and when we went to go pick it up in warm-ups, I think it's like 750 or 60 pounds empty or something like that, and noticeably heavier, probably like 50 pounds heavier in one side, so kind of had to compensate for that. But it was the same for everyone. It was loaded to, I think, 810, 15, or 20 pounds, 820 pounds. It was over 800 pounds for, I think, 65 feet or 50 feet. I can't remember. Put up a decent time. I was third in that event with 10.47 seconds. Yannick was 9.31. And then Tristan smoked it with 8.89 seconds. So he literally picked it up and ran with it. Like he could have kept going for another 50 feet easily. So pretty hard to keep up with Tristan in that event. The last time we did a frame together, I did beat him though at Westerns.
Oh my God.
2 or 3 years ago. So we're 1-1 on frame, but he literally smoked everyone, so it wasn't even close.
And he smoked everyone at Smo too.
Yeah, Tristan's very good. He's very good at frame.
Or yoke. Sorry, I was
and yoke. But next event was sandbag toss. So it was to a 15-foot bar. It was 45, 50, 50, 55, 60, 65. So 6 bags. Sandbag toss, usually a good event for me. Trained it once for CSM because that's the thing that I kind of could train that didn't aggravate the knee. Only really threw it without going over bar, just onto like a set of stairs. Good enough to kind of get a feel for it, and I got third in that event because Wes is one of the best throwers in the world. He got all 6 bags in 18.98 seconds. Tristan was second with 6 bags in 20.5, and then I was third with 5 bags in 16 seconds. So I don't think I've ever hit a 65-pound bag in competition, especially not in a run. I've hit that for a single over like 17 feet, but when you're doing it in a run, it was kind of wet. The bags were maybe a little bit heavier. Still decent point for me. Kind of good, like a good bag toss. You know, some guys, unfortunately, like Yannick, he zeroed that event. Like Sandbag, he had the height every single time. He just didn't have the trajectory to go over the bar. So that's something that, you know, you really have to train to make sure you get dialed in. But, you know, a lot of other guys did pretty good in that event. 4 bags, 5 bags. Yeah, but when you're going against 2 of the strongest men on earth, it's hard to keep up with them. Next up was the front car deadlift. We were using side-by-sides, and I think they had weights in them, or I can't remember what it was, but they weighed it with a scale, and it was 785 pounds in the hands, which I think, I forget the pick height, but at Shaw I think it was around 800. So like coming into CSM, I haven't really trained deadlifts that much at all because it wasn't an event at North Americans. So we weren't pushing the deadlifts at all. We were at the start of our training block for North Americans. We were working up to like, excuse me, sets of 5 or something like that. But definitely didn't push it because we just wanted to mitigate the fatigue. So coming into this, I didn't really have any expectations. I wasn't sure. I didn't even know what kind of deadlift it was, to be honest. We didn't know if it was a regular deadlift, car deadlift. Just assume it's car deadlift because that's all we usually do out there. Easy to do with the sponsors and whatnot. And so yeah, I just kind of went out third last. And I think I was deadlifting with Fred, which is never a good thing because Fred is a very good deadlifter and you know he can just pull all day. Unfortunately, he's dealing with some injuries right now that he wasn't able to perform as well as he normally does. So the deadlift, I got 8 reps, which only got me 6.5 points. So that's where I really lost the most points the whole competition. Again, very, very good deadlifters. Tristan and Gabe tied with 12 reps, which is incredible. 11 reps went to Wes Derwinski, who unfortunately after the deadlift he had to withdraw. He was kind of dealing with some injuries that came up from Strongest Man on Earth that just kind of got aggravated on the deadlift, and with the next event being truck pull, you know, it just kind of made sense for him to maybe sit it out. And I know it was tough for him. I don't think he's ever withdrew from a competition before, and you know, he's always a guy who is on the podium at CSM, always a contender. So sucks to see someone get hurt and have to withdraw. A lot of guys got good reps, 9 reps for, you know, Ben, Yannick, 8 reps. Yannick got 8. Like Kevin and Ben got 9 reps. Fred got 10. Colton got 3. Larson got 1, so that's a big single for Larson, but hey, he got some points on the board. And yeah, I got 8 reps, so not my best result. That's where I dropped the most points, but still happy because I think I've hit that weight for 7 reps before, and I got it for 8. My 9th rep, I was hitching, and I ran out. My hamstrings were just fatigued, and I just couldn't lock it out. So happy with that. I think after that, I was in 3rd behind Gabe. Tristan was running away with it. I think I was 4 points behind Gabe in third going into the truck pull. And, typically Gabe's very good at truck pull. Last year we did the same event last year. Maybe a different truck. They look pretty similar. A different color, but probably same weight. About the same spot we were doing it. So like it's a tough pull, then it kind of gets easy. But right at the end, it's uphill. And if you stop the momentum, you could actually see it starting to roll back. So it's kind of deceiving because you're dying, you're trying to pull any little extra inch. Guys are saying, yeah, it's moving. And JF was saying that to some guys, and they're like, yeah, it's moving. But it wasn't moving. The tires were not moving. And yeah, I got second in that event. I got 17.12 meters. Larson with an event win at Canada's Strongest Man, so kudos to him. I think that's the first win he got at CSM. This is his second time there, so good for him. And yeah, just proves that, the two heaviest guys on the circuit got the most points in that event. So you can call us fat all you want. We scored the most points in that event. And then Tristan got third with 16.76. A lot of guys were within 1 foot of each other. It was like, I would have to do the math, but it was very close, like within a foot for like some 4 or 5 guys maybe. And then, last event, going into the Atlas Stones, Tristan already won the competition. I think he had like a 11-point lead or 12-point lead. So because West withdrew, all Tristan had to do is literally load the first stone and he would have won CSM. So he didn't. He put on a show and he finished the whole goddamn run. So incredible stone run from Tristan. He's coming off of the Strongest Man on Earth where he literally loaded a 500-pound stone for a double. So not only does he have the heaviest Atlas stone ever loaded for 1, he did it for 2. So we got some catching up to do, all of us guys in the West, to try and catch up to Tristan. And also this year, we weighed the stones. GF actually weighed the stones just out of curiosity, I guess. I'm not sure. But it turns out that the last stone is actually not 420 pounds. It's 444 pounds. So,
holy jeez, really?
Yeah. He just like, I always thought it was 420, but it was 444. So makes me feel a little bit better about finishing the run last year, where this year I was unable to finish it. Again, just every time I lapped the stones, I felt so much pressure in my knee that I didn't want to try and extend on it because I was worried about it. It hurt, like every time I lapped it and sat in the hole, it did hurt my knee. But I still got 4 stones loaded in 44.53 seconds, which was good for second. Again, Tristan finished all 5 in 59.15, so incredible stone run. Third place was Andrew. He got 4 stones in 66.14 seconds. So I know this is his first time doing Atlas stones onto those pedestals. I know he said he was feeling pretty confident about the stones, but they're a different beast. The pedestals are very high, and if you touch them any little bit, they'll rock forward. And they're a tricky set of stones. They did clean them, kind of between burning them with acetone and cleaning. They weren't the cleanest stones. Some guys, it was taking their tacky off, but at the end of the day, Atlas stones are Atlas stones. You got to kind of be ready for all scenarios, get the right tacky for different circumstances. And yeah, after all the smoke settled, we walked away with another second place trophy at Canada's Strongest Man. So, the goal was obviously to win it. This is the first time in the 4 years I've done Canada's Strongest Man where I actually haven't gotten better, but I didn't get worse. So, not too bad on a couple weeks notice just to show up, have fun with the boys, and come home with some hardware. And officially punch my ticket to North America's Strongest Man next year. So I think as of now, it's just the podium who have officially qualified for next year. So that's the big goal for next year. Again, put a good performance in, put a good prep in, good performance at North Americans, and you never know what can come of it. So big shout out to Tristan Hoth, the first man from Western Canada who has won the title of Canada's Strongest Man. Never been done before. Last year, my second place finish was the highest anyone from the West has ever done. Now this year, Tristan beat that, made history. We made history again by having 2 Western Canadian athletes on the podium. And then also, Gabe got third. So, you know, he's the defending champion from last year. Came up, got third. Well, the points were Tristan was 74.5. I was 62.5. Gabe was 55.5. Larson with 4th place, 46. Andrew 5th, 41. And then Wes finished 6th place with 38. And with zeroing 2 events essentially because he had to withdraw. So that's a pretty good performance for Wes for having to drop out with 2 events left to go. Colton got 7th with 37. Fred 8th with 34. Yannick 33.5. Ben was 10th, 32.5. Kevin was 11th, 29.5. Sam 12th place, 24, and Jonathan 13th with 24. So pretty good battles, in groups along the whole roster. And then the top 3 of us kind of ran away with it there, but Tristan literally just blew everyone out of the water. And honestly, I was surprised that he was able to recover that fast from Strongest Man on Earth. I thought I'd be a little bit closer to his points, but no one was touching him, and truly showing why he is literally one of the strongest men on Earth. And now he can call himself Canada's Strongest Man. So big shout out to Tristan, Gabe for sharing the podium. And that wraps up 2025 Canada's Strongest Man. Another 2nd place trophy. Hopefully next year we'll go for a gold one. That's the goal. It's always trying to get better. If not the same, that's okay. If I'm not getting worse, I'm happy. So add another one to the cabinet. And
Trophy cabinet.
We're back home. We're on rehab with my knee. Got some time now in between now and shutdown, where I work 3 weeks straight coming up this month now in a couple weeks. So we got lots of time to get some rehab done for the knee because OSG is my next competition, and there's a heavy log, some heavy dumbbells, some heavy deadlifts, and some other heavy events. So, if I come in that competition with a fully healed body and a good prep like I did for North Americans, I truly believe that I can podium. I was getting better every year I compete. Just got to do it once more. So, just thought we should do a wrap-up of Canada's Strongest Man 2025. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting on all the shorts and videos we did. All season, really. Our channel keeps growing. We get more subscribers, more watch time. So, truly appreciate it. And, you'll have to stay tuned for the road to OSG. Maybe like a Nickelback November OSG. Not sure. So for now, we're gonna go feed. You gotta go feed Bruce. We gotta hold Bruce. You gotta hold Bruce like this. We get the guns flexed.
God.
And then Oh, we got these basketball jerseys for Canada's Strongest Man. Pretty nice. So, thanks for tuning in, and let's keep this train rolling.